How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have a Spiritbox reaction today. This is Rule of Nines. More specifically, this is Courtney LaPlante's live one-take vocal version of Rule of Nines. Say that fast. And I haven't heard the song before, so I'm excited. Let's jump into the reaction. Maybe we'll dissect some lyrics afterwards. I've realized that Spiritbox is also another band that gets very deep with their lyrics, so let's go. Shh. Pale chord. 64 audio. Okay.
It's time for singing, and then some screaming, and then some singing and more screaming.
It do be like that. Damn, that's good. Ooh. Damn.
Feel my inside breaking down. I bury in time. I want to be part of life. Detritus open up my mind.
Thought it was pronounced detritus, but anyway. Oh no. Come on now.
I had a dream of schism for school of night, living in premonition, flowing from the same place I really gave it. It's such a strange place, so full of opposing forces.
Holy shit! Fuck off. How do you people do that?
So I lay myself down in the shape of a body. I live in the figure.
Lovely. God damn. Love that harmony there. Yeah.
I did it.
You did do it. Holy shit, that was good. Love it. That was awesome. I mean, okay, I know how. It's technique and skill and practice, but how so effortlessly. She made it look so fucking effortless when she went from just the screaming death to literal just angelic harmony. Like, not harmony, melody, but how? Also, I love the harmonies. Just a quick statement on that. That was amazing. All right. We got some lyrics on the screen. Verse 1. I offer my life, cursed in this shrine. Okay. Ritualistic. Broken roots entwined. and I feel my insides breaking down. Bury it in time. A what? I don't know when Rule of Nines happens, like if there's something sort of calling back, or maybe it's just my sort of whiplash from listening to Sleep Token and trying to connect dots everywhere. But if this was referring to anything, I don't know. I'm just gonna go off of what I can interpret the lyrics to mean, and we'll take it from there. So she's obviously performing some kind of ritual in her own right, religious iconography here. I offer my life cursed in this shrine. So what is the shrine? Is she talking like mental? Or is she talking about being at an altar of some kind of deity, whatever? I don't know who she worships. But if she is religious, this kind of plays into that. Broken roots entwined. Broken roots, metaphorically, roots being your childhood or your past or past relationship, where you are from, what made you. Metaphorically, when you talk about remembering your roots, that's what they mean. Broken roots implies the same kind of vibe I got off of the song Jaded, which leads me to believe that she had a tumultuous past at least. Like I don't know if she was abused or if she went through a rough patch, a relationship, whether she had a rough childhood. I don't know. I haven't really gone deep diving into Wikipedia or whatever. But broken roots to me kind of sends the imagery of a tumultuous past. Broken roots. She's kind of snapped off, but broken roots entwined. So the roots are not latched onto anything. They're not, getting anything from the earth, but they're still entwined because of just how they've grown, right? They're still entwined. And I feel my insides breaking down. So yeah, she's kind of trying to break away from her past or break away from whatever she's been through. And it's causing her to doubt. It's causing her to feel insecure in some ways. Bury it in time, basically suppress the feeling. Don't talk about it. I want to be part of the light. Detritus. She pronounced it detritus. I always thought, whenever I read this word, I thought it was detritus. Detritus is like body parts. Right? Not human body parts. Or it could be human body parts. That's a very violent image. But just fragments of a bigger thing. Like pieces. It means pieces. I want to be part of light. Detritus. Open up my mind. If that's what you like, your lesions will blur the line. Ooh. Okay. So she's talking to her oppressor or her abuser, and she's like, I want to be part of light. Detritus, open up my mind. If that's what you like. Wait, let me get the actual definition of detritus. So I'm not waste or debris of any kind. Okay. In biology, detritus is dead particulate organic material as distinguished from dissolved organic material. Detritus typically includes the bodies or fragments of bodies of dead organisms and fecal material. Oh, it's waste. So waste, basically. I want to be part of light. Waste, open up my mind. Or all the things, okay, so the pieces of her that have sort of fallen off is maybe what she's referring to. I don't know how it fits into the sentence here, but anyway, if that's what you like, your lesions will blur the line. Blur the line of what? Alright, we'll come back to that. I had a dream of schism being a split or a tear, typically referring to people or organizations of some kind. Like a schism is basically a separation of entities. Schism. Force the rule of nines. Okay, I need to look up what rule of nines means because I do not know. Rule of nine. What is this? The rule of nines, estimation of body surface area burned. is based on assigning percentages to different body areas. The entire head is estimated as 9%. Oh, so splitting up the body in percentages of 9. What is the rule of 9 for dummies? Yes, this is the link I need. To estimate body surface area of a burn, the rule of 9 assigns BSA, body surface area values, to each major body part. So force the rule of 9s. I feel like there are gaps in what I'm understanding because of when this song was released. Maybe I need to go further back. I don't know. But this, okay, I want to be part of light. In Jaded, she was also talking about breaking away from being trapped in her own skin, trapped in her own self-image, or overanalyzing. You know, she was talking about being mirror-locked and focusing too much on self-image. And she wanted to break away from that because that was kind of oppressed upon her by various parties, whether it was people in her childhood or past relationship, whatever. And that kind of judgment or judgmental mindset forced her to doubt herself, and she wanted to break away from that. That was in Jaded. So using that, she's still talking about a past in Jaded. This is further back. So this might be referring to something similar. I want to be part of light. So she wants to break free, go to the light. Not in that, oh, maybe in that sense. I don't know. Detritus, open up my mind. If that's what you like, well, detritus, comma, open up my mind. So detritus, okay. She wants to be part of light and leave behind the waste and the refuse of her life. Basically, she wants to leave, like, break up those pieces of her, like the doubt and the insecurity. She wants to leave that behind. That's what she's referring to as detritus, right? Comma, open up my mind. So she's like, I want to ascend. But then she's like, if that's what you like, your lesions will blur the line. So what lesions? Lesions refer to cuts, right? Or incisions, wounds, basically. Your lesions will blur the line. If that's what you like, your lesions will blur the line. That kind of doesn't relate to the first part of that pre-chorus. But anyway, back to the chorus. I had a dream of schism, force the rule of 9s. So break it up into percentages of 9s, basically. So schism is forcing the rule of 9s. She's not talking about rule of 9s in terms of like the medical terminology. She's just saying rule of 9s, break it up into 9 or percentages. That's what the schism is, right? Schism can be any kind of separation. It doesn't have to be one of one. It can be anything. So she's saying force the rule of 9s, lay it out in pieces. Living in premonition, flowing from the same place I learned to give in. It's such a strange place full of opposing forces. Okay, this calls back to the judgment and the kind of insecurity that people pushed on her. So living in premonition, flowing from the same place I learned to give in. Maybe she grew up religious, and because that's kind of what they ask you to do, right? You got to give in to the Holy Spirit and give in to whatever, right? Maybe that's what she's referring to, because using the religious thing, because she made an offering, cursed in the shrine. Living in premonition, flowing from the same place again to give in. It's such a strange place, so full of opposing forces. So that tells me she felt out of place wherever she went to church or wherever she went to temple or whatever. I don't know her religious orientation, but whatever house of worship that she went to or she grew up in, if that is the case, she felt out of place, right? She felt out of place, and she felt like there were too many opposing forces, and that's why she had the dream of schism, separating, leaving behind those pieces of her life. Now the post-chorus, which is the first time I've seen this, a post-chorus, instead of like just a verse 2 or something. Anyway, in time I learned the rules of a sadist. Entwined till there's nothing left to strain. Okay, entwined has popped up twice now. Broken roots entwined. And she's speaking of the rules of a sadist. So So is that a previous relationship where she was abused, where she's talking about being abused? Calling back to, if that's what you like, your lesions will blur the line. Also talking back to the schism, kind of leaving that piece of her behind, that 9% behind. Entwined till there's nothing left to strain, no body full of pain to take from. No body full of pain to take from. That. Entwined till there's nothing left to strain. So she's talking about staying in that relationship till either she or he or they die. Entwined till there's nothing left to strain. Basically till that person has squeezed the life out of her. No body full of pain to take from. She's gone beyond that. She's dead. She's gone to the other side. Right? That's kind of what that speaks to. I learned the rules of a sadist. Entwined till there's nothing left to strain. No body full of pain to take from. That's basically what that tells me. They said it's a cruel world. I learned the rules of a sadist, so I lay myself down in the shape of a body. I live in the figurative. That's some... yeah, okay, that's kind of some wordplay there. They said it's a cruel world. Who's they? Possibly these opposing forces. She... Okay, yeah, so basically, they said it's a cruel world. Oh, they said it's a cruel world. So these opposing forces, she must have gone to somebody to talk about this abuse. Or this... I mean, I'm using abuse metaphorically here. I don't know her story. I don't know if that's what the song actually is about. I'm just interpreting it. I don't mean to actually put forth any kind of narrative that she was abused. I'm just reading from this. The song may not even be about her, but of someone who's been abused, and that's what I'm going with. So the opposing forces, she's been abused. She's gone to these people, these judgmental people, expecting some kind of comfort, but they've just been opposing forces. They've just been judgmental. They say it's a cruel world. Usually when people say it's a cruel world, it's like, yeah, shit's tough, live with it, right? You deal with it. The world is cruel. That's the way it goes. No help, no support, nothing. It's just like, deal with it. It's your burden to bear. It's your cross to carry. So I learned the rules of a sadist, again calling back to the post-chorus. So I lay myself down. So she's being submissive. In the shape of a body, I live in the figurative. So figurative basically mean metaphorical, but also in the shape of a body, a figure. So I lay myself down in the shape of a body. That's her being submissive to the sadist and kind of accepting that it's a cruel world and life is unfair, which is tough. That is toxic as shit. So she repeats the pre-chorus and the chorus again, and then the absolute fucking metal screams at the end. My shrine, premonition die, I learn to give. She's just, I mean, she's picking out, these are like the fleeting thoughts of the entire song, kind of condensed, the TLDR version of the song basically. My shrine, premonition die, I learn to give. So premonition is basically, I mean, premonition by definition is like seeing into the future or seeing beyond now, right? But I think she means premonition is like she is looking to the future as a means of escape from now, from the present and what she was living in. But premonition die basically means my hopes, and me looking forward is just, there's no point. So I learn to give. So that's calling back to I lay my body down, same place I learned to give in, that kind of stuff. Holy shit, man, what a heavy song. I love it. I love when the lyrics get this deep. Again, I want to say, I don't mean to push forth any kind of narrative that Courtney was abused in any way. I don't know if she was. This song may just be about someone who was abused and living that kind of life. So yeah, you guys let me know what you thought in the comments. And I will see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. Consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.